brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get up to $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SGPN. The NBA tips off this week, so make sure you subscribe to the NBA Gambling Podcast for daily podcast picks. Tune into that podcast wherever you get your podcast. MyBookie.ag is also an affiliation of us. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head to MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code GOLF SGPN, actually, not SGPN, GOLF SGPN. Finally, we're brought to you by NoVig, America's #1 sports prediction market. NoVig is giving you the best prices since they are in market, available in 35 plus states. Download the NoVig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get on the action with NoVig, promo code SGPN. Okay, we are here. DFS time for this week's Bank of Utah Championship. I touched on the course yesterday, but in short, I'm looking for. So if you want to go look back to that, head to the betting show. Touched on the course with Dom last night. But in short, I'm really dialing into approach play. I want guys who are trending with the irons, guys who I think that have the ability to pop with their irons, because I think the fairways are very easy to hit here. It's basically either you hit the fairway or you're in the desert, and it's not like these are really tight fairways like TPC Summerlin or something like that. They're wider. And since we're at altitude, I do not think anyone's going to have to swing a million miles an hour to get their ball out there off the tee. I think guys are going to lay back, not necessarily lay back, but smooth swing it. Just get the ball in the fairway, get the ball in play. The ball's going to carry, the ball's going to travel. So from there, there's going to be looking to dial into that iron play because off the tee is not really much of a determination factor for me. I don't think anyone could win or lose this tournament off the tee. I think you can lose the tournament off the tee, but I don't think you can really gain enough strokes off the tee to set yourself apart. So iron play and putting is what we're looking at. We have the DFS board pulled up. We have Maverick McNeely, Alex Noren, Michael Thorbjornsen above 10K. And while I think that this range is a little bit fadeable, I do think one guy will get there in terms of someone from the top. Alex Noren, I think, is going to garner a ton of ownership. I think Alex Noren is going to be also Thorbjornsen. I think Thorbjornsen and Alex Noren are going to gain a majority of the ownership because Noren's been playing so well. But I guess that just leaves Maverick McNeely by default. And he is the highest priced golfer I know. Finished T13 of the Pro Tour, T23 at Eastlake. And the Pro Tour was a pretty encouraging start. He gained almost 3 strokes ball striking, gained 2 around the green, and another 2.5 putting. So he gained strokes in all 4 categories in his lone fall start. For him being probably definitely not the first, but maybe the second or third highest owned golfer in this range, I'll go to Maverick McNeely if I have to pick one guy here. At the end of the show, I'm going to build a lineup, but at 10K and above, Maverick will be my guy. Down to this 9K range, we have Jason Day leading us off all the way down to Matt McCarty. And I really like the middle of this 9K range. Davis Thompson and Rico Hoey are going to be my guys from this range for sure. Rico Hoey is going to be probably the chalkiest guy in this lineup, but I see a top 20 floor from him. I really do. Like what he's doing with the ball striking is it's hard to ignore. The putter is a real, I don't know what to describe it as, but it's a real something. It really is something. If I had to pick one of the two, it would be Davis Thompson because he's going to be less owned, and I think he has a higher ceiling right now. Like Davis Thompson can win a damn golf tournament. Rico might have the better ball striking, but Davis can actually make some putts. So Davis Thompson, 9,400. And then Kurt Kitayama also up here, 9,600. What he did in terms of the ball striking at this event last year, people are still talking about it now. It was a truly aspirational ball striking week from Kurt Kitayama. So towards the middle and top, Kurt K. Davis are definitely my looks. If I have to go to someone towards the bottom, I think Thorbjorn Olsen's not getting enough love. Like he's going to come in 9 to 11% owned and finished T9 at the Spanish Open just a few weeks ago, which had great golfers in the field. He hit it really well at the Sanderson Farms. Like Thorbjorn's playing some good golf, and he finished his PGA Tour season off pretty solidly. So there's no reason for me not to go to him at the bottom of this 9K range. He's going to be my first click in our lineup that we're going to build. So we'll start with Thorbjorn Olsen. I think he's a good pivot and high variance player here with high ceiling. So Thorbion will start us off, and then we'll go back and circle back where we need to. 8K range, we have Christian Bezuidenhout down to Mac Meisner. And I'll start with Mac Meisner. What Mac Meisner is doing in terms of the ball striking is really encouraging me at the moment. And he had a good finish to the season. He needed to finish in X place, and he go ahead and did that. So the dude has gained strokes in both categories in his last 4 measured starts. No missed cuts since the Barracuda Championship, which is an event he played really well in the past at, which is funny. But Mac's been like gaining in his last 4 measured starts. So that is the 3M Open all the way to the Sanderson Farms. Say there's 16 categories of off the tee, approach, around the green, and putting times 4 events. He gained strokes in 15 of those 16 categories. So all around good golf. The only category he lost in was putting at the Pro Core Championship, which totally is fair. That is weird POA. Now we're back at the Utah Championship. I think he's going to play well. He gained 7.4 strokes on approach in this event last year, and I believe that was the best approach week he's posted in his entire career. Second best approach week he's posted his entire career. So Mac Meisner at 8K is an absolute click without a doubt. I'm going to pencil him in right now. So towards the middle of this 8K range, I wouldn't mind going to also Ryan Gerard at the bottom, but Max Homa at 8,500. Talk about trending approach play. Max is hitting the irons really, really solid. I love the way that sets up off the tee for him as well. I think Max Homa is going to be a great play, very motivated, and in good enough form, in my opinion. And towards the top, I don't think the ceiling and the floor is worth it for any of these guys. Bezuidenhout, Smalley, Wallace, Cootie. I would start with Homa in this 8K range. I don't think any of these guys are worth the juice. If I had to go to one more guy down here, it would be Ryan Gerard. Like I said, Ryan Gerard is fine. He kind of cooled off after he won at the CUDA over the summer, but he's slowly building the ball striking repertoire back up. So, but my favorite play is obviously William Mao and Max Homa in this 8K range. 7K range, we got Jesper Svensson down to Ricky Castillo from 7.9 to 7.5. So we'll split this up into 2. I love the middle of this. Doug Gim and Patrick Fishburne at 76 each. Patrick Fishburne revenge game. He missed the cut here last year, but I guarantee you that's not happening this year. Patrick Fishburne is a Utah guy. Patrick Fishburne, this is a major for him. So his floor is made cut. Like, bet that. Patrick Fishburne made cut. I'll try to get some juice on it. And he's in much better form or much safer form this year than I believe he was last year. I know he had a few good starts, but Fishburne is doing some really solid things. I love what he's doing on the greens, which is something he's improved on. We know what he can do off the tee, and the approach play has been solid. He hasn't missed a cut since the Rocket Mortgage Classic, which was in June. The dude's just playing good golf, gaining strokes all around. So I absolutely love Fishburne. I think he's a really safe play to make the cut, and he's going to be that second or third click in our lineup. And then obviously I like Doug Gim. He's played well in the fall before. He's played well at this event before. I'm down for Doug Gim. Sahith Theegala at the top of the 7K range. Also, I think is a really good price for the ceiling he presents. Showed some nice things at the Bay Current. I love the way it sets up for him off the tee. I think it's going to be easy for him off the tee. Towards the bottom of this 7K range, I want to give a look to, obviously, Thomas Rosenmuller. You get the ball striking and putting of Rico Hoey at $7,100. So if you like Rico Hoey at all, Rico Hoey is going to touch 20%. Rosenmuller will touch 10%, but he's trendy enough, which is a little bit worrisome, but he's also $2,300 cheaper, $2,200 cheaper. So I don't mind him at all, but towards the bottom, if I think I had to go with one maybe sneakier, high ceiling guy, Antoine Rosner. The dude's been making cuts, and it's about time he pops for a top 5 finish. So Rosner will be that final click, and then we'll go ahead and build something. So we have 9K left to build with. I guess I'll finish this lineup out, and then I'll do the 6K. A few guys I named like in the 6K range. So if we have 9K left to build, let's go all the way up to that 9K number. And we really like guys in this middle of this. So if we go Max Homa, guys we liked, and Ryan Gerard, guys we liked. Very, very, very balanced build. Very, very, very unique build right here. We didn't even touch the 6K range. This is very safe in terms of made cut equity. How much winning equity does it have? I don't know. But I think this has very safe made cut equity. I think this could cash at easy 50-50. So that's going to be the lineup I'm going to run out. I like Homa's win equity here, but the other guys safer in my opinion. So let's go down to the 6K range and just touch on a few guys that I think are good 6K plays. Thinks I can. So I'll just list them off. Ben Cole's probably one of the best 6K plays. Just look at his recent ball striking. If you haven't seen it, your mind will be blown. He is gaining strokes on approach every single week, losing strokes on the green, but he is not that bad of a putter. I think he's in a little bit of a rut with the putter. He won the Corn Ferry Tour last year or 2 years ago, and we know you got to go low on the Corn Ferry Tour. So Ben Cole's, I absolutely love at 6,900. Towards the middle, what Jackson Super is doing right now with the ball striking isn't very enticing, but it's a buy low spot. I generally like him in easy conditions. So Jackson Super is a guy that I want to touch on. And then finally, wait, is he in the 7K range? No, Zach Blair, that's what I want to touch on. Zach Blair, another guy with a decent home game. Honestly, he's one of the best values in this entire board, in my opinion, because the ball striking is like $7,800 average, I would say, in terms of the guys who would be in that $7,800 range. And he's $6,400 and he's from Utah. Like, this is a very, very, very meaningful event for Zeebly. So Zach Blair would be the lowest I'd go. But here's the lineup we're going to run out. Any questions? You know where to find me. We have 12 hours till we start golfing? No, like 16 hours till we start golfing. I'll catch you guys next week, maybe. I don't know if there's an event next week. I checked the calendar on Sunday.